So today we'll be learning about Cucumber. Cucumber is, you can say, a testing framework just like TestNG. You can either use TestNG or you can use Cucumber. Okay. So why should we use Cucumber if we have TestNG, right? Let's see the previous framework which I have taught. I have used TestNG. So once you are running this TestNG suite, these all things are understood to you because you know what are all these things. But a layman, like say for example client who don't have any technical knowledge, what you will understand from this particular file? He will not understand a single thing, like which test case you are trying to run, which one are included in this and all. So he will not have a clear idea. So it is not like you can say understood by the client if he don't have technical knowledge. But if we use Cucumber, he can understand which test case we are trying to run. Say, I'll give you a comparison between TestNG and Cucumber. See, this is the framework which I have used TestNG, and this is the framework where I have used Cucumber. So three. In Cucumber, the first thing what I have to do is to create a feature file. I created a folder named feature. Then what you can do, right click, new file. Here you give, like I have given login dot feature. You have to give the extension dot feature. So once you give dot feature extension, a file like this will be created. Now what happens? After this file is created, here what you will be writing is in the English language. So as a result, if a client sees this feature file, he will be able to understand, yes, this test case you are doing, user is logging and use means entering the username and password, correct username and password, and then he is getting the confirmation page. So from this, a man who don't have any technical knowledge also, he can understand, right, which test case you are trying to execute by reading this feature file. But in case of TestNG, a man who have no technical knowledge cannot understand anything. That's why in these days Cucumber is in demand. Although TestNG have more features than Cucumber, if you see, but coming to client perspective, they prefer Cucumber because they can understand the file even though they don't have any technical knowledge, because it is written in Jerkin language. So what is Jerkin? Jerkin is a, you can say, easy to understand English language only. Okay. And Cucumber is a BDD, means behavior driven framework. So it create, you can say, it create a channel in which the code developer and the client can understand. Okay, in TestNG it was not the case. So the first thing which you have to do in Cucumber is, first thing you have to create a feature file. So in feature file, what that will be including? The first thing that will be including is the feature name. This keyword is important. Feature colon is important. After that, what you write is up to you. Okay, you can write anything, but that should be relevant to this feature. Let's say, for example, this particular feature I have created to design the login test case. So what I can write, test the login functionality of Mercury Totem or etc. etc. anything. Okay, so this is anything you can write. Only the keyword is important here. This particular keyword is important. It is, you can say, the heading or the title of a page. Okay, it depicts like what this feature file is trying to do. Okay, so you write this code. I mean, this line you can write as your choice. So here also you are having the choice to write a line according to your convenience, but in TestNG you don't have that. Okay, here you can write any, means you write in such a way that everyone can understand. So this is basically the topic, you can say, topic of this feature file. What this feature file intend to do is what you have to mention in here. Okay, now here we have defining in TestNG. I will give a comparison so you will understand how it works. See, in TestNG, in TestNG, you are writing a test in @test, like our test case you have to execute, then you are writing in @test. But here you are writing it in a scenario. Okay, you are writing that particular case in the scenario. Like say for example, if a test case is there, like login, and it will validate that it went to the home page. You are writing in @test. Here what you are doing, the same thing you are writing given scenario. This one is also optional. You write arts to your choice, what you need to understand as per your convenience. Okay, let's say for example, I am writing the test case heading login the application with correct username and password. Then you'll be using this keyword given, when, then. These are the keyword for Cucumber. And one more is there, and. Okay. So given is, you can say, the first step, like user should be in the login page. These all are given in the given keyword. When is, you can say, the operation you want to do. Then is the validation of actual and expected result. Okay. So given is the first step of execution. When is, you can say, the execution of the test case, like what functionality you want to do in that particular test case, and then is the validation of that test case. This is the way how we write Cucumber test. Okay. So this one scenario correspond to one manual test case which we are automating. Okay. Okay. Now comes, this is scenario. Okay. Now comes scenario outline. So what is scenario outline? You can just compare scenario outline with data provider, which we have read during data driven framework. Okay. In data driven framework, what happened? We passed a set of data that was like passed to the function which we want according to the set of data. We did not have to give any loop and all. So here what I am doing, this particular scenario outline, you can just compare with the data provider of TestNG. You are passing set of data, one set of data, second set of data, third set of data, but you will not be providing any loop. It will run this scenario outline 3 times because you are passing 3 set of data. And which one you are parameterizing, you have to mention like this, like username and password I have want to parameterize. So I will write it in triangle bracket, and in this pipe symbol, I'll be writing them as the heading and passing the values, set of values which I want to pass and parameterize. Okay, this you can compare it with the data provider of TestNG. Now this was scenario outline. Okay. Now then there is one scenario in which you can parameterize the value from this feature file. You will learn, I will write the step definition file which will correspond to this feature file. I'll show you. So here I'm showing how to write the feature file. So another way of writing the scenario file is I can just parameterize the value of this keyword with a single value, that is space. Means when I will define this given in step definition file, only this one will be parameterized and this will take this particular value only. So then again also I have defined one scenario outline in which I have only parameterized one single word. So I have used one single word for parameterization. In above I have used 2 words. Okay. And there is also one case in which you will define a scenario and you will pass the what? You will pass the data sets, even though it is a scenario, it is not scenario outline. See, it is a scenario outline and it is a scenario. Okay. Although it is a scenario, I'm passing a set of values. So we'll see how to handle this particular scenario. So here what it will do, it will return me a data table. This scenario will return me a data table in my step definition file. Okay. Now there is one thing, background I have used. Background given welcome you. So what this will do, this will run before every scenario and scenario outline present in the feature file. Okay. This is, you can say, like at the rate after, sorry, at the rate before method in testng. You can do like scenario as at the rate test and background as at the rate before method. Okay. Now I have written everything here in English. So how the work will be done? So to make our work according to our code, I have to create one step definition file. Okay. See, so I have to create one step definition, that is normal Java file. Here you will see that the feature file which I have designed, everyone will have a definition given user is in login page. Okay. See, I have defined give at the rate given user is in login page. So it will correspond to this particular line. Given user is in login page. Okay. So once I write this particular line and run this feature file, means it will hook up with this particular function. That means user is in login page. All the codes I have written will be executed accordingly. Okay. This is the way how you what hook up the lines in the feature file with the step definition file code. Okay. Similarly, given welcome you. It has no definition. So we have to define it, given welcome you. Okay. Control F. No. When welcome you. Given welcome you. Okay. So we'll see how, if something is not defined, how it will throw an error in my console and how I can use that particular error to write my step definition file. Like welcome you is not present. Once we run it, you'll see how that will be handled. Now see, this line of code you saw how it is defined. Now again, this one also will be defined in step definition file. So you can search it out. See, I've defined it for when user enter correct username and password. I've defined it at the rate when user enter correct username and password. And the course I have defined accordingly. From the page object model, which we have learned earlier, I am calling the method from the page classes, Java classes. Okay. You can see the jars which are required for here. Go to build path, configure build path. See, these are the jars you need. Okay. One is Cucumber core. Second is Cucumber Java. and another was is Cucumber JVM. Always keep in mind these three jars should have the same version. If you are doing 1.2.5, all will be 1.2.5. It is 1.2.6, all will 1.2.6. If one is having a version other than any two, then it will throw an error. The test case will not execute. Always remember the version of all these jars will be same. Okay. Then what you need is Cucumber JVM tapes. This one any version you can take. Then what you need is Jerkin. Okay. These 5 jars you need to import for Cucumber. Now you can download it by searching it in Google, or else I'll show you how to add it in Maven dependencies in the next minutes. Okay, so you saw the definition for when. Similarly, for then also there is one definition, Control C, then for then also there is one definition. So this line will automatically understand that I have to call this particular function. So it will execute all the lines of code that is present. See, in then I have done the validation part. Okay. And in when what I have done, I've done the total execution part of that functionality. And given what I done, given I just went in given, I just went to the home page. Means you can say in given, I just did the initial part of initializing the driver and going to the home page. In when I did the whole functionality of that test case, and in then I just did the validation of that particular test case. Got my point? Now comes scenario outline. Similarly, in scenario outline, what you'll be doing? See, once you have defined user is in login page, given user is in login page, I have defined in my step definition file. One more I don't need to define. As it is already defined this particular line, I can use it and no need for defining it again in the step definition file. It is already present. It will hook up with that particular step definition function that is present for my earlier scenario. Okay, for this I need not to redefine anything. Now I want to redefine for this particular scenario as it is a new one and it is using parameter. See, this one is only see user enter correct login username. See, this one is the particular hookup for that particular, you can say line. Okay, when. So here, if you write this particular symbol, that means it will take anything that is present after login username. Okay. So you can write this. It is a generic one. You can means it will take anything that is present after that, or you can write this particular symbol. So it will correspond to a single string character. Optional. You can use this or you can use this. So once you use this, so what you see, this is a parameter which will be getting from this data table. So when defining the function, you use string username. So it will take the username as input. These all will be taken as input. Okay, this one, this one, this one. But it will taken 3 times because 3 set of data is present. By default, it will take for 3 times. So you can use it anywhere like username I've used. So you use it anywhere inside the code. Okay. Similarly, user enter correct password. See, user enter correct password ID defined it. See, this particular symbol and this particular symbol is also optional. You can use it or you cannot use it, but it is recommended to use these symbols. Okay, you can either not use it also, it will work. So user enter correct password. Similarly, there was one parameter, this password. So I did string pass and I just printed it. So what you'll see once I run this feature file, for this scenario will be executed 3 times because it has 3 set of data. This is one set of data, this is second set of data, this is third set of data. So it will be executed 3 times. Okay. You saw. Now user is in login. Let's see for this what happens. See, user is in login. So one parameter value is there, page. So this will come in this one. You can use this one. This will be generic for any type, but this will be for string type which we are passing. But this is a string type. So you can store it in a value because it is coming as a parameter from the feature field. So page will come only. Page will be coming in this arg1. So you can use it here. So once you print, you will see page will be printed. Then scenario outline. This also has one definition. It will take one value at a time. See, there will be one value parameterized. It has also the definition when at the rate when. Now this one is important. The user should have to able to log in. So for this, it is not a scenario outline. It is a scenario, but I am passing a set of values. So a data table will be returned to me. So you can see for this particular scenario, I have defined here, given I'll use the data table. Okay, see, given I'll use the data table. For this given, I have defined here. So what it will do, it will return me a data table. So what I can do, I can pass the data table in the argument. And after that, I can retrieve data from it. So to retrieve data from data table, this is a Java concept you need to brush up. So what you have to do is first is you have to create a list of string. In data table, you have a list of string which is again a list. That means this is a list of string, one set of data, and this list are, see, this first one is a list of string and it is itself a list, and I have 4 lists here. So here what will be done, first for one set of data list of string and then 4 lists will be present, that will be again stored in inside one list. Okay, so I'll be using one function to like convert this data table into list of string, that is .raw. And once I convert and store it in the data table, I can use this data table to retrieve the value. So to retrieve the first value like this, for example, this username, if I want to retrieve, now here you don't think that these are the headings. This will also add data for this one. In scenario, these were headings, like this were heading. These 3 were the data set, like username and password is not the data set. These are the headings which these 3 set will be data set. But here in scenario, this username and password are also not heading. These are also data. You can say data set. OK, so once I write data.get0.get0, that means get0 means this row and get0 means this column. So username. So this particular will be print my username. This one will be password. Then this one will be your second value linker. Then it will be last one. OK. So this is how you design a feature file. OK. And you define background which will be run before every scenario and scenario outline. Similarly, you can also define one thing, that is @after and @before. So what is the use of @after and @before? This you can also say is equivalent to @before method and @after method in TestNG. So this one will run, @after will run before every scenario and scenario outline. at the rate sorry, at the rate before will run before every scenario and scenario outline. This is equivalent to background which I have written in feature file. The background keyword will do the same function as at the rate before in the step definition file. Similarly, at the rate after will be run after every scenario and scenario outline in the feature file. So this at the rate after and at the rate before are called hooks in Cucumber. Okay, these two functions are called hooks in Cucumber. So you can say in short, at the rate before work is similar to background keyword in feature file. Now, so you can do is run as Cucumber feature. Once you do, this is not the suggested way. I am showing you for one thing. I'll show you the suggested way how to run this Cucumber file. See, once I run the Cucumber file, it will run according to the lines of code I have written. So that is not my issue. I'll show you the steps of execution. So you can say is I ran my test, so Mercury demo is down. That's why it is throwing error for code. That's not my issue. So see, in before method, it got executed. First thing what I executed is before method. I have already told at the rate before will be executed before every scenario. Okay. Then see, this is one scenario which is run at the welcome, then background, then what run? Background run. After background, then after method. Okay, you got the series of execution. Okay. Similarly, you'll see these all are failed due to Mercury demo is down, for which I have done this coding. And now see, here comes the scenario outline in which username and password are parameterized. Okay. So you will see how many times this one has run. This because scenario outline was parameterized for 3 set of data. So I should expect it to run for 3 times. Okay. First thing what will be executed for this is before method, as I have told, then background of feature file. Okay. And after method, after that. So see what here you can see the first set of data is printed here. Okay. It worked for the first set of data. You can see here feature file. My first set of data is this one and this one. So it got executed for my first set of data. Then second one is this one and this one. You'll see that will be executed also. The first set of data got executed. Okay. You can see it executed for the second set of data. Okay. And see it executed for the third set of data. Got my point? And you can see the scenario out. See, the data table also got executed. See, I have used how many data I printed? 2 set of data printed, the first row and second row. The first row and second row, what it consisted of? It consisted of username, password, Tinkachika. So you can see that particular 2 lines are printed. See the first one, second one, third one, and fourth one. Okay. So this is how execution is done. Let's say, for example, I'm creating a new feature file. New file, new Okay. So these all things will be present by default. You can remove all those things. What I'll do is see Control P. Okay, so if I have created a new feature file for which step definition are not present in my step definition files. Okay, these are brand new feature file which have a new given, new when, new then. You can also use and okay. So if I run this particular feature file, see, once I run this new feature file which I've created and it doesn't have any step definition for me. So what Cucumber does, Cucumber provides me the step definition which I need to implement by default. Okay, it provides me the step definition which I need to define in my step definition by default. See, for example, these three are my new feature, new given when, then and then, for which I don't have any hookup definition in my step definition file. So once I run this new dot feature, see, you can see it will give me, you can implement the missing step with a snippet below. See, it has given me the skeleton in which I can define my codes. So see how it's too easy. Even though you don't define it, it will give you the skeleton. Only thing, you just give the inside body of these methods. See, new given, it has given, that means given, new given for this particular line. Okay, then what it is given, when, new when. So this is per particular line. Then what it is given, then new then, this for this particular file. So what you can do now is simply copy paste this particular code, go to my step definition file. Okay, copy paste it and then define your code what you want to define inside this. Okay, see how easy it is. Okay, you got an idea while creating a new feature file how smartly you can define those definition files. Okay, now this is not required, I'm deleting it just to show you how to define it. I created a new file. Now comes my runner file. Okay, this actually I'll not run this Cucumber file, I'll always run this runner file. Okay, So what is included in runner file? The first thing what you have to write is @run with cucumber.class. This is constant, this line of code. You have to write it. And now what is required is @cucumber options. You have to start one annotation, and inside that you have to write this particular line of code. So what it will do, it will create a report, a JSON report and a HTML report. Where it will create? It will create inside target folder. So inside target folder means this one. Once you run it, it will create one for HTML, one for JSON. Okay. In HTML, you will see HTML report will be there. Index to HTML. In JSON, JSON report will be there. Okay. So this is for reporting part. If you want, you can include or you can exclude this to one, two. If you don't want any report, if you want one report, you can include one only. If you want JSON report, only keep JSON. Don't include HTML. It up to you. Now this line is important. Feature is equal to feature. That means it is the folder in which my feature file is present. So once I give the folder, it will take all the feature file that is present inside this folder. Glue means hook up with the step definition. So if I write this step implementation means this folder I am writing, this package you can say. So all the files that are present will hook up with this particular feature, with the feature file that are present inside this folder. So you saw how to hook up using the code feature is equal to feature. So it will correspond to this folder and it will point to all the feature file that are present inside the folder, and glue is equal to step implementation means it will implement all the Java files present inside this package. So my hookup part is done. Now in TestNG you must have read grouping of test cases. Let's say for example I want to run only 2-3 test cases. So what you can do for that, you can use tags similar to grouping in TestNG. So once you write tag is equal to @web, it will run those scenario or those step definition function which has this tag. Let's say for example, if I write @web here and don't define anywhere else in this program, that means only if I open this tag, means now I have committed. If I open this tag is equal to @web, web means only this scenario will be executed. All those scenario will not be executed because it do not have any @web tag. So this is, you can say, it's similar to grouping of test cases in TestNG. Similarly, here also, if there is two before, if you give one before as @web, only this before will be executed once the tag is open. This one will not be executed. So which scenario or which hooks, that is after before have @web, that only will be executed. These all will not be executed after or before if I open the tag. Okay. So tag will be corresponding to grouping of test cases in TestNG. So now once this test runner file is created, you have to run always from this test runner file. You will never run from this feature file. Okay. This is, you can use run in the for the first time you are creating to get the skeleton of the function which you need to redefine in step definition file. Okay. So what you can do, right click, run as JUnit test. So it will run accordingly. Okay. Leave it, it will run accordingly. So this was the, you can say, overall idea how to implement Cucumber instead of TestNG. Okay. These all are failing because the site Mercury Tools demo is down. But what important is here, you got the knowledge like how to implement Cucumber in the framework instead of TestNG. Okay. So you need to implement this particular Cucumber framework. Here you also have the result, and once you run in Target, you will have your reports generated in JSON and HTML.